There are millions of words in the world, but every week we will find just one word which will connect you with the whole world. And the word of this week is spectacle. So come on. First, we go to Egypt, where President Mohamed Morsi's seizure of more power has led to the spectacle of thousands of Egyptians demonstrating in Tahrir Square against him. The demonstrations have been going on for days, with many of the protesters accusing him of acting like a dictator. Tahrir Square was the epicenter of protests last year during the uprising that led to the ouster of Mr. Morsi's predecessor, Hosni Mubarak. In Washington, meanwhile, there is a more subdued political spectacle. The U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, Susan Rice, went to Capitol Hill to meet with Republican senators about statements she made that blamed the September attacks on the U.S. consulate in Benghazi on protests over an anti-Islamic video. However, information later emerged that showed there was no protest in Benghazi against the video and that al-Qaeda was responsible for the attack. Rice's meeting with the senators didn't go well. One of them, Lindsey Graham of South Carolina, said he was more disturbed after the meeting than before it.
Concerns I have are greater today than they were before.
And how about a beautiful spectacle that takes us out of this world and to Middle Earth? Peter Jackson, director of the much-acclaimed Lord of the Rings trilogy, was in New Zealand for the world premiere of his new movie, The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey. And finally, we have a spectacle of human determination. 24-year-old Egyptian-born Mustafa Ismail has set a record for world's biggest arms.
They call me Popeye, Egyptian Popeye.
Ismail, who now lives in the U.S. state of Massachusetts, says he got his arms the natural way. No implants, no steroids or chemicals. He says he relies on poultry, seafood, and shakes to provide the protein he needs daily to nourish those massive muscles. And, of course, lots of weightlifting. That's it for this edition of Word in a World. Meanwhile, be on the lookout for a word that keeps popping up in your world.